One of the biggest stories of this decade. One of the greatest sporting moments. A lot still argue that should be the greatest victory in football. In a decade where money rules, a certain Leicester City came from nowhere. Fourth relegation the last time out. But the following season, with 5,000 odds, they came, they saw, they conquered, shocked the whole world, winning the prestigious English Premier League. Riyad Mahrez was just £500,000. N'Golo Kante was £5 million. Jamie Vardy was a player from the Championship. Drinkwater, Danny Simpson, Kasper Schmeichel, and of course, the man who has been labeled a failure, Claudio Ranieri, pulled the string, did the miracle. Winning the English Premier League. Some of the greatest stories of this decade. The Raptors, first Canadian team to win the NBA. Right there last year. The return of Tiger Woods to win another major after so much years down the down line. And so many more of these. What our decade, what our greatest sporting moment this decade. 2009 to 2019. It's going to be an interactive session on Media Sport this afternoon. I remain the Sport Illuminator, RAYMOND TOLULOPE. I've got IDRIS ABIOLA alongside with me. Good afternoon, IDRIS.
Yes, good afternoon, Raymond. Good afternoon, listeners at home. I think it's another wonderful time for us to talk sport on this radio channel. One more time, Pensioners 106.7 FM, the voice of liberation. Yes, I'm happy to be here on the show at this very afternoon. It's the best, sport moment of the decade. And just like you said, I think the one that actually struck me was that of Tiger Woods. I mean, after like over 22 years, down the drain, he came back and he did it in a grand style, and that one actually struck me the most, yeah.
The return of Tiger Woods struck him the most. After so many years down the down line, he came back strongly and he won a major eventually. At 090-81-11-1067, 090-81-11-1067, or 080-80-10-1067, or 080-80-10-1067, or 090-2672-1042, 090-2672-1042. Watch by your own good sporting moments of the decade. I wait your calls, I wait your WhatsApp messages. Let's do this, it's an interactive section. Of course, don't forget today matches we will play right here in the English Premier League. The only league that doesn't go on break during the festive period. And of course, Mikel Arteta IDRIS officially will take his first match as a national manager.
Yes, definitely everything on point. Just like he said yes, he's now convinced that some of these players are beginning to show traits that they are committed, they are dedicated to the cause, they want to fight for Arsenal, they want to trace back their steps and right their wrongs on this one. But for Mikel Arteta, I think the fact that he does not have the experience might not really have part to play now, even though some will want to argue this. But then you want to look at the whole stuff concerning Arsenal. You want to say that probably is the man for the job just because he knows his onions as a manager. He learned under the tutelage of Pep Guardiola, and of course he understands the inner workings of Arsenal as a team. He's been there for a while. He played there for over 5 years, and I want to believe that he understands the nitty-gritty of what it entails to play for Arsenal. So he might be the one to change things around for them. Who knows? But against Bournemouth, I think they are not playing at home. They are playing away from home. So you know what it means. Everybody understands what it means to play at the Vitality Stadium, especially in a time like this when everything is not rosy for Arsenal. But I think we should just wait and see if truly the players are committed. Just like he said that, he has seen it on the training grounds that the players are now committed. Maybe he's saying that against what he has been seeing before he arrived at the Emirates Stadium, he's now seeing maybe reactions from them and all of that. But I think we get to see how that pans out when they finally face a Bournemouth today at the Vitality Stadium.
4 p.m. this afternoon. Should I say this evening? Bournemouth against Arsenal. Mikel Arteta first game. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that match. A lot of said is inexperienced. But Eddie O, the manager of Bournemouth, has come on and said, I was 31 years of age when I took over the reins at Bournemouth. But then they performed the magic, brought them back to the Premier League, and make them a mainstay. Arteta is 37 years of age. Does he have what it takes? The journey starts today at the Vitality Stadium, 4 p.m. Other games, Aston Villa against Norwich City, Chelsea against Southampton, Everton against Burnley, Everton as well. Carlo Ancelotti first match in charge against Burnley.
Yes.
What should we be expecting from Ancelotti?
Well, this one has to do with experience now. Some people will say Carlo Ancelotti is a manager that you can never question his integrity. He's understand. I mean, he understands the game. He's been there both in England and Italy, and he has done it so many times. He won, he won trophies upon trophies in his career. He's done that, and we all know. But this another challenge. It's a very new one for him, especially for a team as like Everton. I mean, this is not Chelsea, this is not Arsenal, this is not Manchester United, where you can rely on your players, even though you don't have the understanding, at all. But I mean, a lot of players are down. The likes of Theo Walcott not being fit enough, the likes of Alex Iwobi not being. I mean, all these guys are out now. So you want to say that how will Ancelotti, set the team up to face?
The line of Richarlison.
Yes, a fantastic player.
I mean, say have his goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford to count on.
Definitely, the likes of Yeremina.
But Idris, if you had been told at a point in time that you're going to see the likes of Ancelotti, Mourinho managing teams like
Tottenham, Everton.
Can you ever imagine that at the point in time?
Well, to be truthful, I can never imagine that, because I think the only manager that has done that is former Liverpool coach. Benitez. Yeah. I mean, I was shocked when I heard that he got that contract. He was appointed a Newcastle manager, and I was yes, and I was like, no, he was he went with them to the championship and brought them back. Yeah. So I was shocked when I heard that. So he could actually do this. But for the likes of Jose Mourinho, the likes of Carlo Ancelotti, and you want to say that these are coaches that are big on the stage. Yeah, they are big. So the names they carry and all of that, but. It has happened. That tells us that. That tells us that even the lesser teams, as they are called, are ready to splash the cash to get what they want. I mean, they want to compete with the big teams. Exactly. Yes, the likes of Manchester United, the likes of Chelsea, Liverpool. They want to play the Champions League, and that's why they are now hiring top class managers.
They're having great ambitions.
Yes, definitely. They don't want to remain where they have for long. So, and that's why things are beginning to take shape now in the EPL. We're now having top class managers. The likes of Ancelotti now is there. The likes of
it's just like having the big managers already in the PL.
Definitely.
Pep, Ancelotti, Mourinho,
Jurgen Klopp.
I mean, it seems like the biggies are just set down there.
Manuel Pellegrini. I mean, these are top class coaches, and maybe this is the time for EPL to just claim back what they have once gotten.
Of course, Sheffield, Watford. Manchester United against Newcastle United. Sheffield United against Watford. Manchester United against Newcastle United. I don't think we have much to talk about that. Very consistent team. Match of the day, Leicester City against Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp has come out to say a win is not yet, the title race is not over. But Leicester City against Liverpool. Idris.
Yes, definitely. I think I agree with Jurgen Klopp's submission that a win or not a win, the title race is not over. Definitely, we are still in the first half of the season, and you want to say that Leicester City 10 points adrift of Liverpool, who sit right there on top of the log. I mean, it's something worth dying for. The two teams apparently are the table toppers.
Yeah, definitely.
And definitely they want to go all out to get a maximum 3 points. Either ways, I think for Leicester City, this is a crucial game for them. Playing against Liverpool, they know that it's not going to be easy. I mean, but I think one thing that can actually be of advantage to them is the fact that Liverpool just came back from Qatar, where they played the FIFA Club World Cup.
But then Leicester City have a very tough game last time out as well against City.
But if you look at the length of days,
the traveling distance,
definitely, I think with jet lag and everything, that might affect Liverpool players. Consider the fact that they actually played with their best legs
and played 120 minutes.
Definitely. So you might want to say that might actually favor Leicester City. But I think John Barnes will not play this one. I'm not sure. He don't forget that he got injured against Manchester City, and so I think he's out. I'm not sure if he's going to play tonight. But for Liverpool, Gini Wijnaldum, I'm not sure if he's fit enough to play. Fabinho out
definitely.
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain
out as well.
You know, these are guys that Liverpool can actually bank on to win games. But then this Liverpool side is a very strong side. Even with the absence of these players, they can still get things done. They've proven it times over and over.
So what will be a final scoreline for this game?
Liverpool are playing away from home.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'll go for a 2-1 scoreline in favor of Liverpool.
So what are your predictions as well concerning today's games? Leicester City against Liverpool, Manchester United against Newcastle United, Man U fans, Chelsea against Southampton. Southampton have been doing some fantastic job in recent weeks. And of course, Bournemouth against Arsenal. What are your expectations? And of course, your greatest sporting moment of this decade. 08080101067. 08080101067. 09081111067. 090891181111067. Or 09026721042. 09026721042. That's on WhatsApp. You can watch us live on Facebook. Pensioners FM 106.7. Pensioners FM 106.7. Or you can tell somebody to tell somebody to stream live, to listen live. www.pensioners1067fm.com. www.pensioners1067fm.com. And we're live, yeah. Straight up. Moment of the decade. Idris. Moment of the decade.
I mean, you want to talk about a whole lot of scenes.
I mean, Leicester City, fantastic in 2016.
Nobody believed it, actually. We didn't see that coming.
Nobody saw that. I mean, they escaped relegation 2014-2015.
Although
against 5,000 odds.
Raymond, don't forget that in 2016, most of the top teams were down.
It doesn't matter.
It mattered.
No, it doesn't matter.
It mattered. You know, at that time, the likes of Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool were nowhere to be seen. It was only Arsenal, I remember.
Yeah, Arsenal to Diamond Sport.
That we were looking up to actually win in 2016. But we just saw
you know why
Leicester City.
You know why I said it doesn't matter. When you check the whole season, Leicester City lost only 3 games. If they have lost 4, 5, 6 games,
okay, you would have said.
I would have said, okay,
it's a miracle.
But losing 3 games shows how consistent they were. They were so consistent, and it took Arsenal home and away to beat them, and of course they lost to Liverpool, and they ran over many teams. I mean, it was N'Golo Kante was £5.5 million. Riyad Mahrez was £500,000. Vardy came from all the way from League One down to the Championship, coming to the. I mean, and a lot of United strings players, Robert Hood, who has left Chelsea. And they did that miracle.
They made it count. I mean, you want to talk about the fact that the likes of Jamie Vardy, N'Golo Kante, there's another guy who Chelsea bought.
That is Drinkwater.
These guys were phenomenal. I mean, they were instrumental. They were integral part of that Leicester City side in 2016. I mean, they made everything count. I watched. In recent times, I watched the video clip of how they eventually claimed that title, and I was like, how? I mean, where were Manchester United, where were Chelsea, where were Liverpool
in a decade when it was all money?
I'm telling
money
you.
was put
But
to shame.
I actually had Arsenal to blame for that one, because Arsenal was consistent at some point. Even when the likes of Chelsea, Liverpool were down, Arsenal were consistent, and we were like, okay, Arsenal could actually give Leicester City a run for their money, because at that point Leicester were on top and Arsenal were second. So we were thinking Arsenal would eventually catch up with them, because Arsenal, I mean, being a very strong side, Leicester City, we never believed it would lead to victory for Leicester City at the end of the day.
Definitely.
We thought they were
but
just
at the point in time, since that the whole world was at their back, but urging them to just
to
wrap
do
up the
it.
title. And when Edinata scored that equalizer against Tottenham Hotspur, it was all over.
That was when they clinched it.
That, exactly. And there's so many other sporting moments. I don't know how many you can remember.
Wait. Again, when Rooney scored a fantastic goal against Manchester City at Old Trafford.
Okay, that's
the game was 1-1 draw. But
and,
just like 5 minutes to go, when Rooney scored that fantastic goal.
I think that was 2009-2010 season.
Yeah, no, it was in 2012 or so.
Is that 20? Within 2009 or 2012? Okay. I know it's between the spell of those 3 years. That's over. I can't forget. Another one that got me caught in was Zambia at the AFCON 2012.
Oh.
Almost 1994.
A year before the Super Eagles clinched it.
Of course, 1993. I remember a call of the best of Zambian legs. In a shipwreck, they died.
Yeah.
And coming back almost 93 to 2012 now. I mean, prior to the final against Ivory Coast, I remember they went to the grave of their legend and they prayed
to pray,
give us this day. And at the end of the day,
their prayer was answered.
I mean, that was.
That was another fantastic moment in the decade. We didn't see that coming.
Nobody saw that coming.
When you had the likes of Ivory Coast,
Egypt, Nigeria, Ghana,
Senegal,
Cameroon, and all of a sudden a certain Zambia from nowhere
just came from nowhere
and
to
won the
AFCON.
I mean,
that's another fantastic moment.
And you talk about the Tiger Woods return as well.
I mean, after 22 years,
it
the
was
PGA
massive.
title, it was massive. Nobody believed he could actually do that. I didn't believe it. In fact, when I saw
nobody saw it coming,
because I didn't get to see the game, but I saw the story. I was like, how did they just do that? I mean, even the whites couldn't believe until everything was. Made obvious.
Tiger went so down after that. After it was
he had surgery upon surgery. Don't forget that he battled health issues.
Yeah, definitely. He battled depression. When he was caught cheating on his wife, and the wife couldn't stay, that was the down of his.
When
he moved away from becoming almost the richest sportsman, and
almost the richest sportsman.
And came down. At the point in time, it was out of the first 100 of best golfers.
Yeah.
And they came back, and he also led USA to the President Cup as well.
Raymond, I actually learned a lesson from that you never say never
until it's over.
When there is life, there is hope. You never say never.
And a lot. Of course, in basketball, the Raptors.
Oh, fantastic!
Last season.
Sincerely, I was tipping the likes of Golden State Warriors,
of course.
The likes of
Milwaukee Bucks, of course.
But at the end of the day, we saw Toronto Raptors. They did it in a grand
style. Unbelievable style.
I mean, sincerely, that's another fantastic moment.
The first Canadian
basketball club to come out in the NBA. I mean, fantastic. Don't forget, in 2014 as well, Cleveland Cavaliers, when James
of course, 3 goes to 1.
3 goes to 1. That's another.
LeBron came back. From the dead, and they won.
And that was the club that I actually started from.
Of course.
And I mean, another fantastic moment of the decade in that one. Another one I want to say is Real Madrid in football now. Winning Champions League back to back.
You can talk about again.
I mean, you can say that and say that again. Fantastic moment again of the decade.
And what about? I think South Africa winning the Rugby World Cup. That was massive.
Massive.
All odds, the New Zealanders.
Outstandingly amazing, superb. I mean, Africa. I think it's time for Africa to start, making that statement across the world. Look, we are here to compete. We are not here to make up the numbers. This is what we can do too. And South Africa just did that in a grand style. I mean, fantastic one for them there. Another one I want to say, Raymond, is Liverpool. In 2019, I mean, when they went to that comeback, I mean, Liverpool. Some people are now saying that Liverpool are now the king of comebacks. They did it in 2005.
Did it again
in 2019. They went to Camp Nou. They lost 3 goals to 0, and nobody believed they could overturn that result. And at Anfield, we saw what happened. Even when they had the likes of Roberto Firmino, the likes of Mohamed Salah out of that particular encounter, they still did it. They won by 4 goals to 0. I mean, that was fantastic. Anything you can say. I mean, fantastic. Up, Raymond.
So many sporting moments. Of course, the marathon as well. Kipchoge of Kenya, Eliud Kipchoge of Kenya, under 2 hours, 1 hour 59 minutes. It was unofficial right there in Austria, but the world record, Guinness World Record, they had to align with that. He broke the record. Fantastic from him. A lot of sporting moments. Don't forget the lightning bolt, 9.5 seconds, 100 meter, right there in Berlin, Germany, in 2009. That was massive as well. So many sporting moments. England winning the Cricket World Cup. If we start counting, Idris, I was just doing a survey this morning. I was looking at the past decade. I mean, sports have a way of, turning your head.
Sincerely.
I keep counting. I can't just. I saw 50 good sporting moments. I saw different. I saw a lot.
No, you can't talk less. I think one thing you can't talk less about in 2019 again is racism in football. You cannot talk less about that. I mean, in Italy, we saw how the likes of Keita Balde of Inter Milan, Romelu Lukaku of Inter Milan,
Mario Balotelli,
the likes of Kevin Prince Boateng were being racially abused just because they are black players. I mean, again, when you come back to England, the likes of Chelsea, Antonio Rudiger,
just last
the
week.
recent one that happened. Again, this guy, he plays for England, is a British national.
Chris Smalling.
Chris Smalling. No, there's a guy in Chelsea, Loftus Cheek. I mean, you saw how it was racially abused again in the Euro qualifiers. I mean, a lot of racism issues that you want to talk about in 2019. But I think the right authorities, they've been doing something about it. They've been doing something to tackle the issue of racism in football. But I think we should just wait and see if the football regulatory bodies are able to tackle it. And if they are not able to tackle it, I think the government are now into it. The government are saying, look, if you are not able to tackle racism, definitely we have to come in to help see how we can actually eradicate racism in football.
Can it be eradicated?
Well, it's racism is not just it's not peculiar to football. It's not peculiar to sport.
Definitely,
it's a worldwide phenomenon. So you want to say if it's going to be very difficult, but it can still be eradicated.
25 minutes gone past 12. Out and flies. Today's Boxing Day. Maybe we should have our own Boxing Day now. After the program, let's go to
we can just hang out.
Boxing Day now. I'm more box.
No, it's not meant to fight.
No, it is boxing, me and you. Don't forget Anthony Joshua. Also in 2019, he claimed his belt after losing it for the first bout. So many. And if I will ask Idris, what was I'll put it this way in two ways.
Okay.
2019, what was the greatest sporting moment in 2019? Before I go to the decade.
Okay, in 2019, the fact that Liverpool turned around the defeat in Camp Nou, 3-0 to 4-0. So actually, that struck me the most.
And of course, in a decade.
In the decade, it has to be that of Tiger Woods, like I said earlier on the show. I mean, nobody believed he could actually do that. I mean, someone that has not been actively involved in golf for over 22 years. He was involved, but he was not actively involved for over 22 years. And he came back, do that in a dramatic fashion to clinch another PGA title. I mean, that was massive.
2019 has been so massive in the sporting world. And of course, the decade has been so fantastic. I think my biggest sporting moment in 2019 has to be the Raptors winning the NBA against all odds. And we asked me for a decade, I can't but just pick out Leicester City. It got me ringing in my head. At the point in time in 2016,
they defied the odds.
See, at the point in time in 2016, I was almost praying that God, please, Leicester City must win this thing.
That shows that there is no team that cannot win the EPL.
I mean, it's almost the greatest. The greatest story, football stories. I mean,
some have argued that is the greatest football, greatest thing that has ever happened in the world of football.
Unbelievable.
And
of course, to all our listeners, you have also been unbelievable. Super year. Looking at it 2020. One thing in Nigerian sports, what have been our biggest moments?
Our biggest moment? The fact that the Super Eagles
I'll pick the Tigers.
Tigers, okay. They have been fantastic in 2019.
And they actually did well. I've been going to the quarterfinal for the first time.
The Super Eagles and the Tigers are the two teams that we can actually celebrate, as far as we are concerned.
Only two things to celebrate. Hopefully 2020 will be better. It's been a lovely time on the show. Idris, we are going.
Yes, we need to leave now so that we can go enjoy ourselves. It's Boxing Day, and of course, we want to wish our people Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year in advance.
For every one of us here, we say we love you so much. Keep it locked down, Passion out 16.7 FM. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. Like I used to say, sport is live. Always endeavor to exercise your heart. I remain the sport illuminator, Raymond TOLULOPE. Meet me at Adamasingba if you can beat me for Boxing Day.